This is the most bizarre urban legend you've never fully heard. In 1970, Fairfax County, Virginia, was shaken by two chilling incidents that would ignite decades of myth. On October 19th, Air Force Cadet Robert Bennett and his fiancée were parked on Guinea Road. Suddenly, their car window shattered. A man in a white suit with long bunny ears screamed at them for trespassing, then hurled a hatchet into the vehicle before vanishing into the woods. Just 10 days later, a security guard named Paul Phillips confronted a man in what he described as a bunny costume, swinging an axe at the front porch of a newly built house. The figure warned him to stay off the property or he'd chop his head off. The police took both accounts seriously. An investigation began, but no suspect was ever identified. That's where the facts end, and the story warps into legend. Within a year, locals were already whispering about an escaped mental patient named Douglas Griffon, a man who murdered his fellow inmate, Marcus Walster, and disappeared into the woods around Colchester. The story goes that Griffon made a suit from rabbit pelts, lived in the forest, and hung mutilated bunny corpses from the trees near the railway overpass. But there's a problem. No record of either man exists. Fairfax County never had an asylum, and the area's prison records show no trace of the supposed killer. Still, the myth grew. Halloween became the date of dread. Teens would dare each other to visit the overpass at midnight, claiming the bunny man would appear and attack anyone who trespassed. Some say they heard screaming. Others claimed to see a shadow with glowing red eyes standing on the tracks. The truth is, those original reports from 1970 were likely pranks or isolated acts of vandalism. But the human brain is wired for stories. Local historian Brian Conley uncovered over 50 versions of the tale by 1973, each adding gruesome details and stretching the timeline. By the time the internet got hold of the legend in the late 1990s, a widely circulated post turned fiction into folklore. That version included fake newspaper clippings, named victims, and intricate backstories that made it feel all too real. One detail people forget is that the original Bunny Man might not have been wearing a bunny costume at all. That unsettling possibility only adds to the unease. Colchester Overpass, now known as Bunny Man Bridge, still draws crowds every October. Police routinely patrol the area during Halloween, but the legend is stronger than the law. Graffiti marks the concrete. Animal bones have been found in the woods nearby. Whether they're from rituals or rotting leftovers, no one knows for sure. What makes this story powerful isn't the blood or the violence. It's the mystery. How did a local scare about a man in a rabbit suit turn into one of America's most persistent urban legends? Why do people keep believing it decades later, despite the lack of evidence? Maybe it's because the setting feels real. A lonely bridge, a stretch of trees, a place just off the map where strange things happen and no one ever fully explains them. Or maybe it's because the Bunny Man isn't really a person at all. He's a warning, a shadow of something broken, watching from the trees, reminding us that even the safest places can carry hidden fears. Not every monster needs claws. Sometimes all it takes is a mask, a story, and a reason to be afraid of the dark.